Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the evening where you are allowed to get as loud as you want to. This is the main event of the evening. This bout is brought to you by Grand Designs, the MSP Show, the Insurance Hub, Biffelsfontein Brandy, and Enviro Cycle. Two men are in the cage with only one thing left to do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it on! Introducing first, fighting in the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist holding a fight record of 7 wins and 2 losses. He fights out of A-Team Stars, Rudolf Sekhukhune. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man has a fight record of 7 wins and 0 losses. He fights out of Apex Boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Mpho, Hloka. Your referee in charge, Ferdy Basson.
Nothing to give me quite butterflies like a versus main event. We have 2 of the best featherweights in amateur MMA facing each other for the versus featherweight title. Referee Ferdy Basson looks ready. Both athletes look ready. It's fight time. Let's go.
Good touch the glove to get us started. Nice head angles from Mpho. Rudolf just planting. Nice big front kick. Targeting the lead now is Hloka. Looking for those angles. Got a funky little style on the stand-up. Very wide open hand guards.
Wide, low hands. Very calm, collected.
Rudolf just looks, he's got a lot of power in reserve, doesn't he? Nice left high kick from Mpho coming in. Good movement from Rudolf though. A lot of distance between them though.
A lot of distance, and also when they set up these shots, it's taking no small shots. It's only big shots that they're throwing. I want to see some setups as well.
Hloka got hold of that leg, he's not letting go. Well balanced from Rudolf though. Now Hloka is going to try and get round the back. He's got one hook on the front.
There, that beautiful back take by Hloka. Just showing again that grappling pedigree. But Rudolf is doing the right thing by trying to shake him off, turning his hips towards him. Oh, and then, that formidable body triangle. That is, especially with the shin guards, it's a very hard thing to defend.
Yeah. He's trying to turn in.
Beautiful.
But well retained from Hloka.
He's doing the right thing, fighting opposite hand. You just do not want your wrist to get caught up just like that. Hloka making the right decision by fighting the hands. Rudolf, maybe rolled over his own knee over there.
Guess just readjusting his hooks. His Hloka. Nice explosive attempt from Rudolf Sekhukhune to escape, but now he's given up his back. Just got one hook in. As Hloka, just working methodically off the back. You're talking about how difficult it is for that figure of 4 body lock with the shin guards, Cam, but also there's amateur gloves as well, also tricky when you're fighting for wrist control.
100%. Oh, and the armbar setup here from Hloka. Beautiful defense by Rudolf.
Sekhukhune just so well to get out of it. Now Hloka is struggling to scramble out of it, taking a couple shots as Sekhukhune just sprawls and gets that torso pressure down to prevent Hloka getting up.
20 seconds left in this fight. In this round, rather, sorry.
Again, that fighting for wrist control is key here. See if you can get around the left-hand side of Sekhukhune as Hloka. Just pushing through, keeping it tidy. Don't want to make a mistake, then the round's gone.
Very interesting first round. You can see a massive improvement from Rudolf Sekhukhune, because 3, 4, 5 fights ago, if he got taken down, he got finished. You can see him being more explosive almost in those wrestling exchanges, capitalizing on small mistakes, using small angles. But again, it's the basics from Apex. It's the type of fundamentals they follow that is just proving tonight that it's almost unstoppable. If you have someone like that just continuously either hunting a wrist, hunting a neck, landing shots in between, it will pay off in later rounds. Rudolf standing up from the ground, he looked like his knee was injured. I do think he rolled kind of funny.
He rolled over on his own knee.
On his own knee.
It was not a great angle when he did so.
He did stand up, look down at his knee, and immediately looked to his corner. Hopefully the adrenaline is playing a big enough role that it doesn't affect him too much, because I would definitely, I would give up a knee for a title, right?
Would you really?
I do, 100%.
Certainly for a Versus title. But you're right, Sekhukhune was very patient with his defense off the ground. And Hloka had him in some very difficult positions. And Rudolf waited for the right time to explode, to try to enact the reversal. Hloka coming in.
Beautiful spinning back.
And a nice side kick as well to follow it up.
Hloka loose, creative.
Oh, big Superman punch that just missed.
Low hands. You can see him being super confident, taking that center stage. Is it maybe too confident?
Very low hands. It seems to be the style at the Apex at the moment. I criticise Luke Hendricks for the same thing. Oh, it was a nice, beautiful right with the left uppercut from Hloka. That was very, very sweet. And sometimes it's very difficult to see where the punch is coming from if your hands are quite low. If you're punching from your waist, it's very difficult to see the fist. It's just too late. It's very different when it's actually in front of your face and there's a bit of a wind-up.
Yeah.
So it can be a very tricky style. Yes, it's not great defensively, but if you're confident in your movement, it can be a very tricky style to negate.
100%. Rudolf has an arm over that neck and he connects his hands. Rudolf being super strong, super explosive. Hloka seeing the threat, he's immediately defending it.
Just trying to push down on the left arm of Rudolf. Does well to get out. Does Mpho Hloka. Now he's got Rudolf Sekhukhune's back. He's going to ride him on a backpack here. Rudolf just trying to dump him down and escape
and
it.
Beautiful roll. He goes for that armbar again, just like in the first round. Can we see the same defense from Rudolf?
He's got the purchase on it now. Getting that right leg around the neck of Rudolf
Beautiful
Sekhukhune.
defense.
Did very well to get out of that. You're right, Cammy. So it's to show a big difference in terms of his ground fighting ability as Rudolf Sekhukhune, getting out some real trouble positions in the first and the second round as well.
And now he's on top with a minute left. Will he make this minute count? Will he start to set up punches like he is doing now? He should be wary of the back of Hloka, because he does like setting up those triangles, those arm bars, even from there, that arm triangle as well. So you should try and get a hand on the chin of Hloka and then from there start throwing. But do not leave your arms out, do not leave your arms straight, because he will use it.
So Sekhukhune just happy to get, and he gets reversed, and now he's taking his back. Now he's on Mpho Hloka, but Sekhukhune does the right thing and just pushes in on his left shoulder. Now he's doing what you asked, Cameron. He's just getting a couple of right shots in before the end of the second round, but did well to fight the reversal. Really good wherewithal on the ground, good ability and understanding of where his body is, but Hloka still persistent on finishing the round on top.
Beautiful, beautiful switch.
Oh, a nice shot there, a great right to finish. That was a really fun round.
That was a fun round. That last little bit of explosiveness was absolutely insane from Hloka. I love the relentlessness they have in their approach. Just checking the corners. Both corners working actively.
Yeah, it was very even back and forth, a lot of clinching, some really nice phone grappling, some really good reversals. Very impressed in Sekhukhune's defense, but also the transitions from Mpho Hloka. They're beautiful, that big right Superman punch, just glancing off the temple of Sekhukhune. A really funky stand-up style. That's real, just pure entertainment from Mpho Hloka. Just the gut punch from a different province coming in. And here's these armbar attempts. There are several in the first and second round. But again, Sekhukhune is showing some really good fundamentals of defense.
100%. You can see a ever-improving Rudolf, and you have Mpho here talking to his corner. Luke Hendricks in his corner, shouting advice there. Boyd Allen always looks super unfazed. He looks so calm. And I think that's what you want in your corner. You want a calm corner that is not going to over-exaggerate anything. He's going to sit you down quietly. He's going to tell you, okay, listen, this is the game plan going into the third. This is what we want. Let's see if Hloka can do that.
And we are down for 5 rounds for this title fight. So this third is not the final round in this featherweight title scrap. Hloka again, going with a side kick. That right hand in the orthodox stance down by his thigh.
Rudolf is standing quite weird. I do think that knee is a little bit of a problem. He's very flat-footed.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same zip he had in that first round, that's for sure. He was looking a handful on his feet and was pushing the pace in that first round, moving forward nicely. It was a Hloka in that first round who was looking to counter, getting out of trouble out of Sekukhune's right hand is Hloka, coming in with a right of his own now.
That upper over from Hloka is actually very effective. I would just like for him to set it up with something else. Maybe just throw a jab in between that. Now playing with his opponent.
He's using the right hand. Eats a shot as well as he gets back up. That was a nice left-right combination from Sekhukhune. He's starting to swing for the fences, but nice movement to get out of the pocket from Hloka.
Beautiful takedown.
Nice. So well
Seamlessly.
And straight into full mount.
Getting that mount. But again, that relentlessness, pushing his bum up against that padding, which will help quite a lot in the coming sequences to try and get up. Beautiful, creating enough space to get his shoulder in.
Wow.
Now if he can get his leg out, he can start wrestling back. Got to his feet beautifully.
Really well done from Sekhukhune. Takes a knee for it as he gets back up though. But now he's pushing in. He's Mpho Hloka with his back to the hex now. He's got the doubles. Now Hloka just turns him in. He's going to grab that single. But Sekhukhune just keeping hold of the clasp. Mpho Hloka's going to turn around.
Oh, and he gives up the top.
I thought Mpho was going to turn around to his right.
100%. I thought he was going to get that top control. He basically pulled guard. The relentless wrestling can also be very physically taxing. If Rudolf can just create a little bit of frames, get hip pressure. Beautiful.
Teasing the triangle and teasing the armbar. Got a good rubber guard as Mpho Hloka, making Sekhukhune just think twice. But keeping it tidy is Rudolf, did the basics very nicely.
Big shots landed by Rudolf.
He's hunting for the arm
Relentless in the hunting for that submission.
Hloka just looking for the Kimura sweep if he can.
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful setup here. Would love to see him scissor those legs so he can basically go for that top, but
alas.
30
more seconds and might have done it, but again, another back and forth round. Both guys having their moments, but you think that Rudolph's knee rolling over in that first round's compromised his movement a little bit.
Yeah.
But then that's just as well that he had probably the better of the ground exchange in this third round.
We are going into championship rounds, round number 4. And this is really going to test both these athletes. It's going to show what they are made of. Both of them look tired, and rightfully so, because the amount of output they are exerting into this fight is absolutely insane. But it's going to come down to who implements these championship rounds the most effectively. And I do think sometimes with judging, they forget the first 3 if there's 5 rounds. If you can finish off strong, the chances of you walking away with that belt is even better. So these last 2 rounds are going to be vitally important.
Yeah, technically Mpho Hloka's offense on the ground was great, but Rudolf Sekukhune's strength was absolutely superb to get him out of position. and just reverse some of those positions are very impressive, going up high now as Mpho Hloka.
Oh, beautiful straight.
That was a nice right from Sekhukhune. Big bowling overhand right in reply from Mpho Hloka. Got the
Nice single leg.
Got the back.
Super aggressive.
That was a very fast shot.
You're very quick.
Now he's got the back as Mpho Hloka. That's a heavy back.
Oh, and
He's got the neck.
He has
it's a
the
standing
neck in.
rear naked choke. He's going down to the ground. Fighting for wrist control is
Defending that
Rudolf.
one hand.
Still under the chin though.
He's going to have to get both those hands on that bottom
Now he's
neck,
got it
bottom
on.
arm.
Oh, that's in so deep. How is Sekhukhune surviving? Surely he's thinking of the tap. He's cranking on as hard as he can. Is it Mpho Hloka? Was that a tap?
And
Yes,
it's
it
a
is.
tap.
Wow, what a fantastic submission win for Mpho Hloka.
The new Versus featherweight champion. Take a bow. Mpho Hloka. What a fight. What a finish. And you can see what it means to that man. It means absolutely the world.
And it means a lot to Luke Hendricks and Boyd Owen and the entire Apex team. With a member of their coaching team takes a performance like a title like that, and it was a standing rear naked.
Yeah.
You know, and Sekhukhune had no choice but to go to the ground and see if he can escape it from there.
Yeah.
There was a bit of wrist control. He did well in putting one hand down. He did the basics well, but so determined was Mpho Hloka. He finally got it cinched up, and from there it was just a matter of seconds before Rudolf had to
You came, you saw, you conquered. It's now 8-0. That 0 is still there. You were so impressive in this bout. Tell us about your game plan and what's your plans for the future.
Well, I just mainly focused on reacting towards what my opponent had. He was very strong, so I had to ride it out for most of the match. We wanted an early finish, but it wasn't possible. But we got something, and that's what was important. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for choosing Versus. We cannot wait to see you back here. Have a great weekend, my friend.